Welcome, Sigmas. Here's a truth you already know deep down. Be really yourself. There is nothing you need to prove to anyone. Many Sigma males are never fully aware of their unique status since they have devoted their life to being rather than pursuing approval. You don't want to be liked, you don't conform to social norms, and you won't alter who you are for the sake of being liked. But here's the twist. When you live life on your own terms, it's easy to underestimate your own value. You might have been called too distant, too quiet, or even too intense, maybe even made to feel like there's something inherently wrong with you, simply because you don't play by everyone else's rules. The reality is that the qualities that set you apart are precisely what make you incredibly compelling. In a world flooded with people who chase attention, buckle under pressure, and struggle to find comfort in solitude, you're a rare breed of force that moves quietly yet leaves an unforgettable impact. You don't merely adapt, but that you thrive where others falter. This isn't about arrogance. It's about embracing your unique strength and finally seeing yourself through a lens that truly reflects your worth. If you watch this video through to the finish, you will not only know you're attractive, but you will also begin to live your life with the self-assurance you deserve. Let's explore these 8 compelling arguments for why your character is your greatest strength. Number 1, you are self-sufficient. Sigmas operate on a different wavelength. While many men seek validation from society, peers, or romantic interests, you rely on no one but yourself. Your confidence isn't fueled by applause or approval, it comes from within. This level of independence is rare, and because of that, it commands respect. Psychologists call this intrinsic motivation, the drive to succeed based on personal values rather than external rewards. Studies show that people who operate with self-determination tend to be more resilient, successful, and attractive. Women and society instinctively recognize this. A man who doesn't seek validation is a man who already knows his worth. This trait is especially powerful in the dating world. Many men try to impress through wealth, status, or social connections. A Sigma, on the other hand, impresses by simply being himself. He carves his own path, makes his own rules, and succeeds without needing a fan base. History is filled with men like this: Nikola Tesla, Steve Jobs, Bruce Lee, individuals who walked alone but left an undeniable mark. This kind of self-reliance is magnetic. People admire the man who doesn't need permission to succeed, who stands alone yet dominates effortlessly. A Sigma doesn't demand respect. He naturally earns it. Because in a world where most need validation to feel worthy, the man who thrives without it is the one who holds the true power. Number 2, you exude mystery. While most men overshare in an attempt to impress or seek validation, you remain composed, saying only what is necessary. This isn't a tactic, it's simply who you are. You don't feel the need to explain yourself or seek approval, and that in itself makes you magnetic. This concept is deeply rooted in psychology. The pratfall effect suggests that people are more attractive when they display competence while maintaining an air of mystery. When a man holds back just enough, he naturally piques curiosity. Women and people in general are drawn to what they can't immediately figure out. Your reserved nature triggers the human instinct to seek answers, making you an enigma they want to decode. Unlike men who try too hard to be noticed, you create intrigue effortlessly. Your silence speaks louder than their words, and your self-assurance makes others wonder what's on his mind. In a world addicted to oversharing, restraint is rare, and rare is valuable. Your enigmatic aura isn't about playing games or manipulating attraction. It's a byproduct of self-sufficiency. You don't need attention, which is exactly why people give it to you. The less you explain, the more they want to know, and that is why a Sigma's presence is never forgotten. It lingers, making others crave more. Number 3, you own your silence. Most people are uncomfortable with silence. They talk endlessly, filling every gap with words, fearing that quiet moments might signal awkwardness or insecurity. But a Sigma, you embrace silence like an old friend. You don't speak just to be heard, you speak because you have something worth saying. This taps into the power of scarcity, a psychological principle that states the less available something is, the more valuable it becomes. When a Sigma male speaks selectively, people naturally pay more attention. Studies in communication show that those who speak less but with purpose are perceived as more intelligent, authoritative. Women in particular are highly attuned to nonverbal cues. A man who remains calm and collected in silence exudes a level of self-assurance that's incredibly attractive. He doesn't need to prove himself with excessive words or loud opinions. His presence alone commands respect. The mystery that comes with a quiet man makes people, especially women, want to lean in to understand him, to earn his words. Alphas dominate by being the loudest. Sigmas dominate by being the most the ability to sit in silence, to remain unshaken, to speak only when necessary. This is the mark of a man who is truly in control. And in a world where most men compete for attention, your ability to withhold it makes you stand out. That quiet confidence, purely irresistible. Number 4, you don't chase, you attract. The average guy constantly seeks validation, whether it's from women, colleagues, or society as a whole. He works overtime to prove his worth, believing that the louder he shouts his value, the more people will notice. But a Sigma, you understand a fundamental truth. Real value doesn't need to be advertised. This principle aligns with the law of effortless attraction, which suggests that the more self-assured and purpose-driven a person is, the more naturally they attract opportunities, respect, and admiration. Rather than chasing approval, you focus on mastery, whether in business, personal growth, or relationships. And because you're fully engaged in your own path, the right people, including women, can't help but notice. Psychologists have long observed that confidence combined with mystery creates a strong pull. Women in particular are wired to be intrigued by men who are self-sufficient and purpose-driven. When you let your actions speak, instead of seeking validation, you communicate strength without saying a word. This makes you unpredictable in a world where most men follow the same patterns. This mindset extends beyond attraction. It applies to career, success, friendships, and life itself. When you stop chasing and start being, the right people naturally gravitate toward you, not because you demand their attention, but because you embody the qualities they respect and admire. Number 5, you master the art of detachment. Emotional self-control is one of the rarest and most powerful traits a man can possess. Most people are emotionally reactive, easily swayed by external circumstances, driven by impulse, and unable to detach from toxic situations. But a Sigma male, you are different. You don't allow emotions to dictate your actions. You assess, you analyze, and if something doesn't align with your purpose, you walk away without hesitation, without regret. Psychologists refer to this as emotional intelligence. The ability to regulate emotions, make rational decisions, and maintain inner balance. Studies show that individuals with high EQ are more successful, resilient, and less likely to be manipulated. Women instinctively recognize this trait in a Sigma. Unlike other men who become emotionally entangled too quickly, you remain composed. Your detachment isn't coldness, it's control. This ability makes you a rare breed in a world addicted to drama and emotional chaos. Most men chase relationships, friendships, or careers that drain them simply because they fear being alone or starting over. But you embrace solitude when necessary, prioritizing peace over attachment. That level of self-discipline is what separates you from the crowd. The truth is, walking away isn't weakness, it's strength. It means you refuse to settle for anything that doesn't serve your highest self. And that kind of confidence, it's not just rare, it's legendary. Number 6, you have a high-value mindset. You don't settle for mediocrity because you understand a fundamental truth. How you do anything is how you do everything. Whether it's your career, relationships, or personal growth, you hold yourself to a higher standard. Unlike others who seek external validation, you pursue excellence for its own sake, not for applause. Psychologists refer to this as intrinsic motivation, the drive to improve based on personal values rather than external rewards. Studies show that people who are intrinsically motivated tend to achieve more experience, higher levels of fulfillment, and command greater respect. This is why your quiet ambition stands out. While others boast about their accomplishments, you let your actions speak for themselves. This mindset is rare. Most people settle for good enough, taking the easy route instead of pushing their limits. But you refuse to coast through life. You embrace discipline, strategy, and continuous self-improvement. Women, whether they admit it or not, recognize and admire this trait. A man who is dedicated to growth, who doesn't cut corners, who strives for excellence in all. That's the kind of man they remember. When you walk into a room, your presence alone makes an impact. You don't need to announce your value. It's evident in how you carry yourself. And that more than anything makes you a top-tier man in any setting. Number 7. You're unapologetically authentic. Most people wear masks. They say what others want to hear, do what's expected, and shapeshift to gain approval. Society rewards conformity, making it easy to blend in but difficult to stand out. A Sigma male, however, rejects this game entirely. No masks, no pretending, no people-pleasing. You live life on your own terms, and that kind of authenticity is rare. Psychologists refer to this as high self-concept clarity, the ability to know who you are and stay true to it despite external pressures. Studies show that people with strong self-identity experience greater confidence, resilience, and life satisfaction. Women, friends, and even rivals recognize this strength in you. Unlike most, you don't seek validation or mold yourself to fit. You are who you are, and you own it unapologetically. This makes you not just attractive, but respected. Women admire your authenticity because it signals emotional stability and reliability, key traits that psychology links to strong leadership and trustworthiness. Friends appreciate that you're real, never fake or manipulative. Even competitors respect you because they see someone who doesn't need tricks or deception to earn influence. Your presence disrupts the norm. While others exhaust themselves maintaining facades, you stand firm in your truth. And in a world that constantly pressures people to conform, authenticity is the ultimate power move. You don't need to chase respect, it comes naturally because real recognizes. Number 8. You are the definition of controlled power. Sigmas possess an undeniable power, but unlike alphas who seek recognition, they don't feel the need to showcase it. Their strength isn't measured by dominance over others, but by control over themselves. It's in a world where most people react impulsively, chasing validation, responding emotionally, and seeking constant stimulation. A Sigma stands apart through discipline and restraint. This aligns with the psychological concept of delayed gratification studied extensively in behavioral science. The famous Stanford marshmallow experiment revealed that individuals who could resist immediate rewards for greater future benefits were more successful in life. Sigmas embody this principle naturally, while others act on impulse. A Sigma takes a step back, analyzes the situation, and moves with intention. This strategic mindset makes Sigmas modern-day warriors. They don't engage in pointless conflicts or waste energy proving themselves. Instead, they operate with tactical patience, choosing their battles wisely, ensuring every move is purposeful. This level of control isn't just rare, it's powerful. Women in particular are drawn to this self-mastery. Studies in attraction psychology show that confidence and emotional control rank among the most desirable traits in a man. A Sigma's ability to remain composed in high-pressure situations signals strength, making him a natural leader without needing external validation. In a world where people are ruled by their impulses, a Sigma's restraint is the ultimate power move. It's not about showing off, it's about proving time and time again that true strength comes from within. Sigmas, if this video has confirmed what you already knew deep down, then it's time to embrace it. Stop doubting yourself. Stop questioning your worth. You are a force, and the world knows it. Now it's time for you to realize it too. Drop a Sigma mindset in the comments if you resonate with this. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join this community of men who refuse to be ordinary. Having said this,